Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Try to adjust the camera. Maybe. Yeah, I think that looks better. But anyway, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm wearing a Grody work shirt. Folks, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing a Grody work shirt, typically that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is not the case today. I actually picked these up a couple days ago. Just been waiting for a good opportunity to review them. And it must be mentioned that even though I fumbled a little bit on my opening, I've done damn near 3,000 of these videos at this point. That's a lot of videos. That's the first time I've ever done that. But anyway, what am I reviewing for you? What are we doing here? I mean, this has to be good, right? It has to be. Because, folks, it happens to be... Boom! It's from Lay's! This is their Do Me a Flavor, or one of their Do Me a Favor finalists. This is their Wavy Korean-style fried chicken flavored chips. Ooh! Get a thing for the thing. Okay, take something like that. Something. So they got 3 flavors. It's this one, there's bacon grilled cheese, and then there's Valentina and lime. I do have the other 2. I'm not reviewing them right now, but they will be reviewed sometime in the very near future. Now here's the thing with these. I have had Korean fried chicken. We used to have a really nice Korean fried chicken place by me. Now they're a burger place, which is good and bad. But, so I know what Korean fried chicken is supposed to taste like. So you can't pull one over on me, Lay's. This just tastes like normal American fried chicken. I'm going to go tell Korea on you. Give it a go. Korea's going to be all like, fuck you, Lay's. Now, I will say this. I do bitch about the capacity of the chips in the bags. So you got a big bag, right? A big old head. It's close to the size of my head. Now, I will say, that's not too bad. That is a reasonable amount of chips. It could do for more, but I'm not mad at it. So, let's keep that up. And let's try a chip. I like Wavy chips. Okay. I get where they're going for with it. Okay, kind of. Here's the thing. If you've ever had Korean fried chicken, it's a wonderful thing, by the way. If you have the opportunity, absolutely get it. A lot of it is almost like a textural thing in terms of the difference, like the way it's prepared. It's like this very distinct type of crunchiness, and it does have its own distinct flavor, to be sure, using different types of seasonings and spices. With this, it tastes less distinctly like Korean fried chicken and more like a kind of slightly fried chicken-ish kind of flavor with some Korean style sort of flavorings. That's kind of more what I'm getting from this. It's not screaming to me Korean fried chicken, it's screaming to me kind of fried chicken with, again, just like a smattering of sort of things that are somewhat reminiscent of Korean flavors. So, I kind of get what they're going for with it. It's not a terrible way to make this happen because, again, it's going to be so difficult to properly emulate that experience. Because, again, like I said, you have the textural aspect, the way it crunches. It's a whole sensory experience. delicious. These, however, are good. I wouldn't say they're holy shit amazing, but they are tasty. They have a good amount of seasoning on them. Like I said, you have sort of a general sort of savoriness, kind of trying to emulate that fried chicken kind of vibe. And there is almost like a fried kind of taste to it. And it's hard to describe exactly how that works, and throughout it, you just get little hints of, again, sort of slight Korean-style flavors. You almost have like a slight, like, sort of hoisin kind of element. Like, it's not prominent, but like little smatterings of it. There's also a little bit of a heat to it at the end. And it does kind of kick you in the back of the throat a little bit. It's not like crazy spicy or anything, but, you know, going again back to those like Korean sort of flavors, obviously spicy food in Korea has definitely have a joint reputation at this point. So, okay. Yeah, they're good. I like what, even though, again, I don't think it definitely doesn't do what I would consider like a spot-on emulation. I'll commend the effort, and because they are pretty damn tasty chips, I'll give it to them. I think you could do better, but, like, I would like to see, especially with these being, like, you know, wavy, I'd like to see Ruffles take on this flavor. Because I honestly think, no offense to Lay's, I like Lay's just fine. I think some of their flavors are really good. But I do think that Ruffles, you know, like when they did the all-dressed chips, right? I reviewed those, by the way. They did a version, Lay's did a version, Pringles did a version. Far and away, Ruffles kicked the shit out of the other two, in my opinion. So I'd like to see them take on this flavor combo, try to do their own thing with it. And they even did, if I'm not mistaken, he did like a Korean barbecue flavor or something like that. I know I reviewed that at one point too, so. But these are good. I like them. And I'll commend them for, especially with them being a finalist, I'll commend them for going a little bit bolder. Because, you know, if you take a look at bacon grilled cheese. I mean, look, I'm not saying that is an amazing thing in and of itself. But, like, that's not exactly a flavor that gets me super excited. I want something that's a little bit weird, a little bit more off the beaten path. This, I think, fits that. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get him again? Would I recommend him? Sure and sure. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that these are, like, my favorite chips I've ever had. Not even close. I definitely could see a better version of this. It's like I said, I'd like to see Ruffles take on this flavor combo. See what they do with it. Or even like to see Lay's go over there and maybe revisit it. Because I do think that you could have amped up the flavors here. I think you could have done a little bit more to give it a distinct sort of chicken flavor. You know? But for what they did with it, and again, the fact that I give them extra points for tackling a flavor that is not so easy to reproduce. I do like these. They're good, they're tasty, they've got an interesting flavor profile to them. They don't taste quite like any other chip I've ever had, so good on them. Even if they're not as good as I personally would have hoped, they're good chips. So I could see grabbing them again. I don't know if they're going to be my personal vote to cast in the competition. I have to try the other ones, but for what they are right now, they're a solid entry. Now, if I'm recommending them, for one thing, if you've never had Korean fried chicken, first of all, you should do that. But if you've never had Korean fried chicken, I am not going to say that this is, again, a great emulation of it. But they're tasty chips. And if you've had Korean fried chicken, and you know what it's supposed to taste like, I think that, like myself, you know, you'll find it a bit lacking. But you might also find it, like me, to be acceptable. You know, like, they were trying. They put some effort in. At the end of the day, whether or not it really hits the head on the flavor. The flavors that are there are good. I like the fact that it's got a nice savoriness to it. I like that it's well seasoned, and I like the little bit of heat that you get at the end. So I would go over there and recommend, especially with these being a limited time thing, get out and give them a go. Cast your vote. Or don't. I don't care. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly Korean fried chicken-tastic rest of your life. Like actual Korean fried chicken. I want my Korean fried chicken place back so bad. So sad. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, if you've had the other flavors, which like I said, I will review in probably the next day or so, let me know. What's your personal takeaway from the 3 the 3 finalists, I mean, I don't know which one's going to win. I'm not even going to claim. It probably will not be the one that I'm the most interested in because historically that has been the case when they've done these contests. But who knows? Let me know.